Okay, so setting up your meeting for Facebook Live. So I'll get in front of the camera now.
Okay, now my note comes up that says you're live now.
Yep. Hello. Good morning, folks. My name is Mr. Blake. Today we are starting with our lesson 3 of 3 in our circuitry class. So the first lesson, we talked about what is a circuit. So just briefly, a circuit is a pathway through which electricity can flow. And then our second lesson, we talked about what is voltage, okay? So voltage is just the difference in electric charge between 2 points. So if we have 2 points here, these 2 boxes, say, right? And we have a bunch of electricity in one and say not so much in the other, the difference in electric charge here, similar to how water pressure works, if we connect these with a pipe like this, then we get electricity to flow through there. And in our second lesson where we talked about this concept, voltage, we talked about how long this would flow. So until this is evened out, 4 and 4, you're not just going to have all 8 go over there, right? So today our concept is current. So current is how much electricity is flowing at one time. So if I make another set of these 2 boxes like this, okay, one there, and then one there. Just a moment. There we go. Sorry, I just muted my participant there. So if I have another set of these boxes here, and same thing, electricity there, none there. If instead of connecting them like that, what if I do this? I have this teeny tiny pipe, very small pipe, okay? What's different about that? We still have electricity flowing through here, yeah? But through the tinier pipe, through the smaller pipe, we have less flowing, okay? And a larger pipe, we have more flowing. And we can even talk about not just the size of a single pipe like that. We can even talk about having multiple pipes, okay? Like this. And we have even more flowing through those as well. Now, one question to think about is in a scenario where you have this much flowing, a whole lot, versus a scenario where you have just this tiny pipe, which of these two do you think is going to even out that electricity first? Do we have an idea about that? Who thinks it's number 1 with the more flowing? That's going to even out, right? Okay, who thinks it's number 2 with the smaller pipe? Right, so that's correct. So with more flowing, this is going to last not as long as, say, this, which is going to last quite a long time. Now, today, with our project that we're working on, the LEDs that we've used, those are like a tiny pipe here. An LED will only have a small amount of electricity flowing through it at a moment. So this flow of electricity, we call this current. So how much current is flowing at one time with electricity when we talk about this. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to try to get a couple of lights, a couple of LEDs to go on. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to make a circuit where those 2 lights are one after the other, okay? Like our water being made to do work, moving a water wheel, okay? The water, first of all, has to be strong enough to push that wheel to cause it to turn. But what if we have another water wheel after that, okay? Now, the problem is that after the water has pushed the first one, it gets a little weaker, and now is it strong enough to even move the second one is a question we got to consider. So the voltage going through the first LED will decrease and see if it's sufficient to do 2. I'm going to cut over now to our project table where we have our materials set up, and we're going to do some circuit building. So our video right here, we go over to this. Here we are. All right, so here's our lights. We're going to get a few of them. We're going to do blue today because I'm feeling like blue is a good color. Okay, we're going to use a few of those. 2, right? Let's get another 1 over here. All right, so these are our batteries here. Okay, you can get these online pretty easily. We're going to take one out of the packet here. Now our battery, we look at it and we see its plus and minus side. So a battery is just 2 spaces, one with a bunch of electricity and one with not so much. Now I look on this and I see that this surface is my plus side, okay? And then this other surface where I see the black disk, this is my minus side, this surface here. So our circuit to light 2 of these lights is going to be built here on this paper. Let me go ahead and just use one piece actually. All right, so our battery is going to go up here in the corner like it always does because we're using a switch right here to turn it on by folding the corner of the paper over. So basically what our circuit is going to look like is we have our plus side of the battery right here, the underside of the disc here. It's going to come out like this. This is the direction that the copper tape is going to go. And then it's going to go over to here. And then there, we're going to have the plus side of the LED. Remember from our first lesson, an LED is a light emitting diode, and the word diode is critical there. A diode is a one-way gate through which electricity can flow one direction and not the other. We talk about water flowing, pushing a wheel. If we have the water go the other way, we understand that the wheel just goes the other direction. And the same is sort of true with electric motors. In fact, if you put the electricity the other way, they'll turn the other way. But a diode is not like that. It will only allow electricity to go one direction through it. Now, this right here is the longer version or longer leg, and that's the plus side of the diode. I'm just going to sort of leave the longer leg at an angle like that, just sort of so I don't get confused. But we're going to try to make 2 of these go on, right? So we want to have 2 little gaps right here. And then we'll come back up. And then to make sure that it contacts the other side of the disc, we come all the way across like that, almost to the end. Now, what that lets us do is when we bend the corner of the paper here, see that? That comes right down and touches the top of the battery and completes our circuit pathway. So that's what we're going to build here first. We're going to get 2 lights down on here with our copper tape. So I'm going to prepare this, and I'm going to prepare the second one. Again, the longer leg goes to the plus side. So that's right here. I think I'm going to get that middle segment down first just so I can hold both of those lights in place. Okay, so I rip off a tiny piece right here and was able to peel it quite easily there. That's nice. Let's get the first one and then also the second one. Whoop. Got it. All right, so here this piece needs to be about that long. This piece needs to be about that long. This here. This up to there. Then this all the way across to there. I'm going to do this big long one first. All right. Let's get this peeled off of here. All right, there we go. Whoop. Nope. That is not correctly peeling, actually. Let's start from the other end. Excuse me. I'm not in the camera. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, peeling these little copper tapes can be very difficult, you guys, so it takes a little bit of patience and delicacy. All right, now that I have this, I don't want it to curl all the way up, which it will do quite easily. So I have a finger at each end of it right here. And I keep a hold of each end of it as I bring it down to the paper. There we go. Whew. Very nice. All right, so we're going to get this piece down on the side here. There we go. And then we've got this little piece over here. So the orientation that these two lights are in on my circuit is called series. They are one after the other in series, we say. So the question we have is, after the electricity goes through the first light, does it then have enough strength to then also go through the second light? Now, if it doesn't, then it's not going to go through the circuit at all, which means the first light, even though it's strong enough to light it, it won't go on because it can't go through the rest of the circuit pathway. Okay, let's maybe get that a little bit better on there. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. And then our last piece where we connect the battery, the plus side of it anyway. We're going to go ahead and get this peeled off now. And we'll see. Does our battery, which is brand new from its little box, it's able to light a single light that we put on it. It's got a good voltage on it. We put that down, the plus side facing down, and then we fold this over. And no, we do not have the ability to light two lights in a row in series. Now, the question is, how can we redesign this to make sure that we are able to light two lights? Okay. Now, what we did here was put them in series, one after the other. And what we're going to do here instead is we're going to have a new circuit on using the other corner here. Okay, so our basic shape of that is going to look like this. This comes around the same way, and then it comes down like this. Our battery is going to be over here, right? So what do we put there now instead of two in a row? Okay, well, what we do is we have, instead of one single pipe like that, we're going to have two. So we're going to have this, excuse me, like that. All right. So now when the electricity comes out, instead of going through one after the other, what it's going to do is it's going to go through both at the same time at the same strength. So there's the same voltage going through both of those, and yet now instead of just a single pipe, we have two pipes. So this circuit obviously is going to draw more current than, say, if we just had a single one of these with a single gap. Okay, but it still requires the same voltage. So let's go ahead and mark everything up here. This is the plus side of the battery, right? So that means this is the little plus side of the LEDs over here. We're going to go ahead and connect that. You know what? I'm going to actually make a little bit of an adjustment to my design here and say that the gap for my LEDs is just going to be in the middle of this here, okay? I'm just going to do it that way. So I'm going to get a couple more of these segments torn off. So that one to there, and then ideally exactly the same to there. And then on the other side, we've got similar set as well. So those, and we'll just do those for right now. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get this put down. Let's peel away the first one here. Come on. All right. So this will go down here. Okay. We're going to get our second light. And I'm going to try to cover that plus sign with the tape, because that's not the plus side of the diode. The plus side is over here on the plus side for the battery. So let's get, oh my goodness, this little piece. Here we go. Very nice. And we're going to put that down there. I mean, there. And then these ones on the other side of that. Just going to move this a little bit more center in the frame there. Let's get this down right here. This one right here. There we go. I think I got it. All right. So this goes down here. We're going to get this piece like that there. Peel off this. Come on. There we go. That piece. So that's where our battery goes. We want to make sure that we overlap the tape as we put it down so that it sticks everywhere there. All right. And our next piece there, like that. And then our final piece all the way across there. So we just got 2 pieces left to go for our parallel circuit with 2 lights. So this long piece, set that aside for a moment. Gonna make sure that it doesn't curl up and go everywhere. So I keep a hold of each end of it, and then we go lay that down there. All right, and then our final piece straight up across here like this. We're gonna get this one peeled. Eventually. There we go. And now that last piece connected, we have a parallel circuit. All right. So we take our same battery that we just had over there, put it here. That's the plus side. And then let's fold over our corner. And there we go. We got 2 to go on. Isn't that amazing? Wasn't able to do 2 in series, but now 2 in parallel. You know what? What do you guys think about 2? Does 2 sound like an impressive number? I think we can do more than 2. Okay. Let's go a little crazy here, huh? So, what we're going to do is we are going to get a few more LEDs on there. I want to show you how helpful it is to be able to connect things in parallel so that the same strength of electricity flows through every single device and it doesn't get weaker as it goes through one after the other. All right. Well, look what I've done here. This is pretty ambitious, huh? How many extra lights can we get on this much? Well, I don't want to be peeling tape here all day, but, I guess we'll see if we can do this many more, huh? 3. All right. Those there. And those there. And then those there. All right. Let's see. Certainly we couldn't do 5 one after the other. We can't even do 2 one after the other. But let's see. We've got the plus side of our LED. Let's give ourselves a little reminder. There we go. Right? Plus, like that, everywhere on that side. Okay, so we're going to get the top one in first. This is a long project, huh? Let's go ahead and see how quickly we can get through this. So that first one down on the plus side. I think I'm just going to get all the plus sides down all together first, just so I can get these in place. Let's go ahead and peel this segment. Oh, this one's easy. It has a little paper bit here. All right, get that LED down. Okay, and the last one here on the plus side. So let's peel off this here. Come on. Nope. Oh boy. I think I got it. No, definitely not. I'm starting from the other side now. There we go. All right. So this side down over there. Looks like enough overlap there. And the minus side for each of the 3 lights. We'll get this on. Okay, so we bend this leg out, and then we're going to tape it down. And oh no, we're coming up short. Oh, we sure are. That's not good. It's like we got to make another little bridge piece for that. So let's peel off kind of a tiny little piece here so that that all overlaps well. All right. And then we've got 2 more segments to do. That one and that one. Okay. We'll bend this out. Make sure we go far enough there. That looks good. Peel that off quite easily. Okay. Oh, no. That's not enough. Uh-oh. I broke the tape. Now I have to overlap it for it to work, and it's too short. So, get another little jumper segment here. It's probably better to err on the side of too long for your segments and have things kind of sticking out a little bit than to need to do these little jumper segments. So let me make sure this is all connected right there. And then this last piece. All right, see if we can get this down without having to jumper it over. Okay. That peels off quite easily. And we will, there we go. Very nice. All right, we've got 5 lights in parallel. Let's go ahead and see if this works. Oh, there we go. Well, this one is kind of like I got an iffy connection there, but there it is. All 5 of those go on. Pretty neato, huh? So that's our lesson for today, you guys. Series up here versus parallel. Okay. And through this circuit, we have more current flowing through these simultaneous pathways here. All right. Well, that's the last class in this series of 3. Thank you for tuning in here with me today, you guys, and to my other classes. So if you're interested in seeing other classes that I'm going to be conducting, you can find me on YouTube under my YouTube channel, Mr. Blake STEM Instructor. And you can also see my work on Facebook under that hashtag as well. So thank you very much for attending today, and have a nice day, folks. Bye-bye.